possible from the outside and possible. And behind it the progress that we just visited both. And if you look down, and you see the automated transfer vehicle. Where we also were, and we turn it around. We see the PMM. So we've left Columbus, here the US lab in the middle, and on the other side we see the gem, right? The external platform. And here we see part of the truss with the big solar panels. And if you look straight up, you're looking yes at the Amazon. So we go down from Cupola and then we finish our tour. I hope you liked it. It's a great space station, beautiful, a lot of different things to show, and it's great to float around here. Everything's floating around you, and a beautiful view. So I hope you liked the tour. I hope it's a bit clear. Even I get confused sometimes, so yeah, it's an interesting place.
Hey, sup, dog? This is what we normally do, right? This is work.
This is the whole tour,
Right
start
here.
and finish, right here.
That's right. I'm on my computer. Yeah. Look, Mom, no hands.
You have hands.
No feet.
Этим кастонайцам это только по телефону, да, вот это, например.
It's roomy. All right, welcome to the International Space Station. Here's a tour. We're starting right now in Columbus, and if you look on this little iPad right here, there's a picture of station, and right here, that's Columbus. So then we're on the starboard side, kind of front. As you can see, it's of course the European laboratory, but it's not just European. We also have NASA racks in here, NASA payloads in here too at the same time. So it's actually quite a new stuff over here. This is the EML, and Alex will have to tell you all about that because that's his little bailiwick. But it's actually pretty cool because it talks about magnetic levitation, and I just think that's a cool sounding thing. I don't know exactly what it's going to do, but it sounds great to me. And over here you can't, it's hard to see again everything, but we were growing the, in here we were growing, that's where we grew the lettuce, is right in there. That's it. Move on farther, just a workbench, storage area, and there's a storage area above me, storage area below me, over here. So come over here, this is where we take our blood. We got it all set up for doing that. All the stuff you really need for that, all around here. That's a pretty easy task. We do that, and then we have a centrifuge that we put the blood into to process it, and then after we do that for 30 minutes we freeze it, get all cold, and then we ship it to ground, and hopefully they can tell us something about it from when we get there. Again, more storage over here, and also the ultrasound we hook up right here. We do ultrasounds of all sorts of parts of our body, make sure we're still doing okay. And there's also over here the Slam D mass, our weight, see if we're losing or gaining weight. We can set that up over here too, our version of that. And again, there's a lot of science actually going on here too that we don't touch too much, but we just set up. It's a good place, and it's going pretty well. And this is Alex, as you can tell. It's a good place for Alex. So let's move on to node 2.
Vacuum cleaner.
Yes, it's true point. We do have one of the most important pieces of equipment on the International Space Station heading up here. This is the vacuum cleaner, and it's the AC version. And we say, NASA's talk space station, but actually this is actually much better than the old one, so we actually like it. And it's nothing too fancy, just a vacuum cleaner, but we have to use it every week to keep ourselves clean. Come into node 2. If you look on the picture here, node 2 is this section right here. It's this front little piece that fits on the station. So it's actually where the shuttle used to front, and this black part is where the shuttle used to dock to. And so right now, there's nothing of course is docking to that, but we're in this area right after there. It's called node 2. And so if you look out here, this is where the shuttle actually docked, is right through that hatch right that way. And there's still a device on, or a module called PMA 2 out there. And when we get a visiting vehicle such as a Cygnus or a SpaceX, we berth it down here on the nadir side, the lower side. So we'll open that hatch and we have that there. And again, so that's again the idea of being a node. It has multiple spots to attach to. So you have all 4 sections here around, and the one out the front, and actually one behind us. So it has actually 6 places to dock other modules too up here. Besides that, it's really our a workbench area and our living quarters in node 2. So you come this way. Actually, you'll see over here another one of our workbenches. We'll usually keep both workbenches here and here. At this time, we have one in the Columbus module. At this time, just because Alex is working on a special project there. And then if you go back, you'll see now it's coming into view the 4 crew quarters around here. So we have 4 of us. This one's mine over here. We have Alec, and we have Tonto, and we have Alex. And it's kind of interesting because once you get into one, you really can't tell which one's which orientation you are. So if I happen to go into Tonto's to look at a picture or something he's got on his screen, I'll come out and I'll be kind of confused because I don't know which way I'm going. And especially if you go into Alex's or Alex to do that, you come out and you're really confused because it feels like you're in your own, but when you come out, it's totally different orientation. But if you're looking here, these aren't too big at all. You can take a quick look in here. I'll jump in here real quick. So we have a sleeping bag attached to the wall. The way I like to do it is I just have it attached here in one point and one point up here, so I can put my feet right up here when I'm sleeping, and I kind of do it in the sense of this position, like this, and I'm kind of curled up a little bit in the semi on my side sleeping position, which I like to do back on Earth, and it kind of works out pretty well. It gets me, as you can see, and that's also up there, and that's again for all sorts of work or for watching movies or something like that on. That's what it's good for. Again, though, it's actually not a bad setup. I know it's small, but really it works out well. We don't really need much more room up here. So let's now move on to the lab. Right now is we're heading towards the back, towards the aft. We were in the very front, in the middle, and now we're going down this long path in the back. And the first one we come to is a lab. The very aft part is this big structure over here. It's called this truss. Sorry, and on the truss we have the solar arrays. And so we can, of course, that's all on the outside, and we only get out there doing a spacewalk. But so that's kind of how this is set up, though, so you can see where we are. So here's the lab here. We're going to head into the lab. This is the U.S. lab. And again, this is pretty much just science racks and storage is what we have. And of course, in avionics, we have a lot of the computers that run the system, or run the lab, or sorry, run the station, are in here. And besides that, then we have all sorts of experiments. And also right here, the first thing we start off -80 degree. people on this increment have been doing bass, which was interesting. We all liked it as males. So he's been my latest project. We've been upgrading the